Hello, my lovely, lovely Libra cross watcher or channel fan. It is Laurie, and I'm here to do your 12 houses reading. I hope all of you are happy, healthy, and having some fun. Life's an adventure. Are you making it a good one? All right, if you're new here, welcome, welcome. I'm going to lay out 12 cards. It will be the zodiac wheel of the 12 houses, and I'll explain each of the houses as I go. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have in your message for you this week. This is a reading I do once a week. So if you like it, you know to tune back in on the same day next week. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, I gave myself a little extra room there, didn't I? All right, let's see what we have going on for you this week. We're going to actually start with an oracle card. I'm hearing an angel number. I don't think we've ever done that to begin the message. Let's go ahead and see what's going to come up here. You got 12, 12, or 3, 3, because that's what it boils down to, a 6. All right, it says, oh, happy day. An ample opportunity related to your life's purpose is just around the corner. Take immediate action once it pops up. Of course, a lovely partnership or an epic romance is also in the cards. All right, so that could be a possibility too. I am hearing to get you another oracle message here. And I'm hearing an enchanted map. Let me see if I can find them. Here they are. All right, let's see what the enchanted map oracle message has in store for you. That says persistence on there, so don't give up. There's just a need, possibly a need for a little bit of a change, a shift of attitude, a little change of energy possibly. Definitely new things are coming your way. All right, look at this. You're coming together, or something's coming together for you. It's falling into place. It's going to work out in your favor. Let's see what we have here. It's card number 8, and 8 is about balance within the self. It says love needs to be shared. All right, it says love needs to be expressed. And because you drew this card today, it's a sign that you are on the path to discover the nature of this emotion in one of its many forms of expression, either romantically, with your family, unconditional, or even spiritually. In each of those instances, there is another person involved. Love involves a give and take between you and a significant other, a relative, a friend, an animal, and or a spirit. This card wants to assure you that love has come calling, and it seeks a partner in its dance. Understand that you are cherished. Like a magnet, you are attracting love into your life. This is the time for harmonious and caring partnerships. All right, so something new is coming in here for you. There is a definite possibility for a romantic relationship for some of you. Others, this is just you coming together with somebody of importance to you. All right, let's look at your first house, which is the house of Aries, which is the house of self and how you portray yourself to the world. You've been through something here, because this is like the finishing stages of healing. You're reviving, you're coming awake again. People see this too. They can feel your energy coming back. Now, some of you may have had a health issue. Others of you, this is about a heartbreak that you're finally moving past. Now, that heartbreak can come in many forms. It could have been a friend that let you down, a family member, a loved one, a romantic partner. But you're healing. You're not completely healed yet, but you're coming back online. You're starting to wake back up. Your energy is starting to grow, and people are noticing this. And this may be how you're actually attracting somebody new here into your life. Or I'm hearing something about mending a disagreement with somebody. So you're definitely having hope for the future here. There is promise in your future. I like this. I'm really liking how this is starting. Let's go ahead and see what's happening here in house 2, which is where you're placing your importance right now. Is it financial? Is it emotional? Let's see what we've got for you. Oh, in overcoming the heartbreak, in overcoming, persevering, being persistent, not allowing yourself to be in a negative state. This is really, really beautiful for you. And this is swift. This is happening very, very quickly. And with a lot of deep emotion here, a lot of love, a lot of, I don't know what started this healing to this level, but it feels like you've been working your way through this for a while. But whatever happened here recently or whatever is about to happen to you, it brings in a big shift, a big change in how you're viewing yourself, how you're viewing your life, your relationships, your part, your role in those things that are happening around you. And you are in a completely different energy. That's beautiful. All right, let's look at house 4 here, or I'm sorry, house 3. The house of Gemini. You've got the World card. Look at this. This is you healing. You're closing the door on something. You're successfully closing out a cycle here. You're ending it. I'm getting a lot of you maybe going, someone here is going to counseling that has been very, very beneficial to you. Therapy in different forms. I'm hearing something about sound baths, crystal healing, acupuncture. You're doing something that's tying it all up and closing a cycle for you. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. I am hearing, though, that it's sound related. So talking through things, using music as therapy, like I said, the sound baths, drumming. I'm definitely getting from Spirit that there's a connection between sound in your healing. Somebody may be using hypnosis, like your own recorded mantra, prayer, something like that. Maybe you're listening to those before you go to bed, yours or somebody else's. Beautiful energy. I mean, this healing, this closure, this is not just an ending. It's a new beginning. You're starting to be excited again. And if this hasn't reached you yet, keep an open mind. It feels like it's coming in for you soon if you are not already reaching that healing point, okay? And what I do feel for every single one of you out there is this is going to happen soon if you haven't already triggered it. And I do feel you were in tune. You are in tune to something. You've hung in there. You know what I'm getting? I just heard it. Gratitude. Your gratitude. You were grateful for someone or something. And that literally, the depth of your gratitude is what triggered this level of healing for you. That is absolutely beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you. I am so, so happy for you. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's move on to house 4, which is the house of Cancer, ruled by the moon. Okay, let's see what we have here. Oh, the Queen of Cups. Been around the block, been hurt, been burned, but still has an open heart. Absolutely love this. Now, this house talks about your home, your family, where you feel like you belong, where you fit in. I did pick up a little bit of a tremor of concern. Like somebody here may be saying, do I really fit in here? Do they really get me? Do they really understand? That is your own self-doubt. If you can overcome that, you're going to realize that there's nothing for you to worry about. So look more internally versus externally. Are you happy? Do you feel like you're in a place where you belong? If you do, then you belong. Okay? You create the energy surrounding you. And I do feel like this may be just a little slip backwards. And not even really backwards, just kind of like when you're tired or when you're sitting there after whatever has happened and you're just kind of watching people and you're like, yeah, life's still going on. You may just be having those moments. And that's not a bad thing. That's just keeping you reflective, asking you to look more internally than externally. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have here in your house of pleasure, your house of Leo, house number 5, ruled by the sun. You're keeping your emotions to yourself here. You're still not quite out there yet. You're coming on board. You're lighting back up. You're starting to feel and see the connections, but you're hiding. You're still kind of, I don't want to say hiding. Hiding is not necessarily the right word. It's more, you're still experiencing your emotions. And sometimes you may feel like crying. Sometimes you may feel like laughing. And it may be from one second to the next. Okay? And instead of crying when you feel like crying and laughing hysterically when you know it's not appropriate, you're kind of just balancing things out. And then when you go home, when you're, in the privacy of your own house, your bedroom, your bathroom, whatever, that's where you kind of sit with your emotions a little bit more. There is something leading you, guiding you, nudging you along a new path here. And you feel it. And when your belly's full, when you've got enough water, when you've had enough sleep, you are getting excited. You're feeling excitement again. You're looking around you and saying, the world is a beautiful place. What can I discover today? And you are feeling this nudging from spirit, trying to get you that energy, that second wind, whatever it is you're needing. Spirit's trying to connect with you to bring that to you. You just have to grab it and start running. Kind of like, one of those long distance runs, the 220 or whatever, where you hand off the baton. Be prepared because it's coming. It's coming. You can feel it in the pit of your stomach. Your spidey senses are tingling. You feel it. All right. Again, you may not be expressing outwardly as much as your emotions might want to, which is okay, as long as you're still dealing with them in the privacy of your own home. All right, so I do feel like you're heading towards something very happy here. Hang in there. Keep going. Don't give up now. What do they say? It's darkest right before the dawn. And anytime we want to give up completely, when we hit that point where we're like, I am so done, I cannot go any further, what happens? That's when we have our breakthrough. That's when something turns around for us and it shows us, oh, yes, you can keep going. Oh, yes, you can. And aren't you glad you did? All right. Let's see what we have here in house 6, house of Virgo, which is about your work and your health. Ooh, the high priestess here. You have a deep knowing. You have a connection. Oh, there's a psychic connection here with somebody. I'm hearing lucid dreaming. But this could also be you tapping into the other side in order to heal yourself. You accepting the intuitive nudgings from spirit. I love this. Oh my gosh. This is beautiful. And no, you're not going to be going around talking to everybody about this because some people are going to be like, oh yeah, right, whatever, you're nuts. No, this is real. This has helped you. This right here is how you started to get to this level of healing. Some of you are literally meditating and visualizing your body healing, your heart healing, your emotions calming and starting to feel more lifelike versus, drudgery. I'm also getting somebody out there knows there's something going on at work. You can't quite put your finger on it, but you know something's happening. Now, that doesn't mean it's bad. It could be they're planning a surprise party for you. If you have been out of work on some sort of leave, they may be doing a welcome back. Just a little luncheon, a little, hey, let's pass a card around, something. It's not necessarily bad. And I am hearing that you also know, if you've got some blood work or tests coming back, you know what the answer is going to be before you get it, before you even see it. So you're prepared. Either way, you're prepared. All right, let's look at house 7, which is the house of Libra, ruled by Venus. It's about your partnerships, your relationships, business and personal. All right, strength. They've been building. They've been getting stronger. I'm hearing your intuition is like just so on par right now. And this is directly across from the star card over here. So you've got 2 major arcanas. And they're not opposing each other. They're actually working together because your healing is strengthening your relationships. Your healing is building hope for the future, which in turn is giving you the confidence to reach out in your partnerships, your relationships, to open up more, to build new relationships possibly, to accept coming together either with someone new or somebody that you have been involved with, that maybe the relationship wasn't going very good, or something had happened where you'd broken up, or just a disagreement. All right, let's look at house 8, the house of Scorpio, transformation, ruled by Pluto, that distant planet that is not really a planet, or is it? We don't know. Look at you go. Justice here, Libra. In your house of Scorpio, there's transformation here that's bringing in karmic justice. I'm hearing Spirit has been waiting for you to reach this point. Spirit's been there the whole time, and you know it. Once you get to this point, you will know it. You will be like, yep, you've been standing right there by my side, nudging me all along. There's big changes there. Things that were not right, not in balance, whether it was internally in you, in your environment, at work, at home, in your neighborhood. Something here is being made right. I'm getting somebody saying truth is blind, but we don't have a blindfold here. So it's like, no, there is nothing, no reason for blindness. We can see exactly, and that's what it is. You and those around you will see exactly what the truth is. What justice really means in this situation, what that balance and harmony is bringing in for you. That's a big change. And again, that's coming, due to this healing. This gratitude is what brings this in. Being grateful for being alive, for being who you are, for having the people that do support you, being there for you. I see some of you, though, being completely alone. You've done almost all of this on your own. There's been people that come in and go and, but nobody that's really been standing right beside you except for Spirit. Interesting energy here. But you've built strength. You've built character. You've built your health. You're building good relationships with yourself and with new people. Repairing and coming back together here. I love this reading for you. This is very positive. All right, let's see what we have here in the house of Sagittarius, your 9th house, ruled by lucky Jupiter. All right, let's see what we have here. The 4 of Pentacles. All right, This house too is about your higher learning. I feel like you're just kind of holding steady right now. Like you're not wanting to go out and explore a whole bunch. You're not wanting to go out and learn a whole new like talent, skill, or anything else. You're just kind of getting back into feeling like you're right in your own skin. That you're making sure that you're comfortable in your day-to-day life here. I'm also getting shared resources. Like you don't have to worry about giving anything up at this point. You've got what you need and you're hanging on to that. You may not be overspending either. Like you might have come into some sort of financial stability, like a monthly check, a dividend, a social security. Ooh, there was confirmation for somebody. Something along those lines, a stipend, a trust fund that pays like on a regular basis, monthly, quarterly, something like that. And instead of splurging, you're kind of just checking it out, doing what you have to do. You're not out there spending. You're not out there investing. You're just hanging in there. Yeah, this is not about exploration or checking new things out. This is more about you being comfortable and making sure that everything is fine, that you have what you need to take care of what you need to take care of. All right, let's look at your, and this is good fortune. That's good luck. That's a positive thing here. So there's definitely money that came in or some sort of abundance or prosperity. And if it hasn't come to you yet, keep in mind, this is a progression here, okay? So that will be coming to you. All right, let's take a look at your 10th house here, the house of Capricorn. Your reputation and ruled by Saturn, the dictator, the one who wants you to learn the lesson so that you can continue to grow and move forward. Oh, okay, we have the devil here. I'm getting, that you broke the chains. You broke the chains that were holding you back, making you feel limited and tied down. You broke those chains. This is big. And your reputation too, I'm hearing like if people thought that you were spending too much time grieving, talking about somebody who you broke up with, or losing a job or whatever, you've done a 180 here. Your attitude is completely different. Instead of focusing on what you didn't have or what you perceived as somebody took from you, you started being grateful and focusing on what you did have. The roof over your head, the car, the friends, the people that are there for you, instead of what you didn't have. Or it's not even what you didn't have, it's what somebody took from you. And that's what it feels like. So that may be what your story is before you come to this. Grieving the loss of a loved one, somebody stealing from you, somebody causing you to lose your job, somebody was bad-mouthing you at work, sabotaging you at work. That happened to me one time. Oh, I'll tell you what, when you get in with the wrong person, oh my goodness, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And if you're going through that, my heart goes out to you. But it looks like you finally have moved past all of this. You are focusing on the great gratitude of what you do have. All right. So people around you too, this is your reputation. People are seeing that you have in the past kind of let yourself be tied to those energies, and you've changed them. You've changed who you are. You're walking away from this. You're no longer partaking in that type of energy. And that they're also seeing that you're not, like if there's been an argument with you and a family member or somebody that you've known for quite a long time, they see that you're letting go of your ego here, that you're willing to Let the past be the past. You don't want to manipulate anyone. You don't want to control the situation. You want to move forward. You want to come together with somebody here. And you've got the double threes right here too. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have here in your 11th house, the house of Aquarius, your friendships, that is ruled by Uranus, okay? We've got an apology. We've got creativity. We've got immaturity or innocence. I'm not sure exactly which it is. But there will be forgiveness here. If you are not the one apologizing, which I feel about half of you are going to be the one that steps forward and says, you know, I'm sorry, I don't want to argue with you anymore. I don't want to continue down this road. I realize that I've been grouchy, that I've been controlling, that I've been mean, that I've been disrespectful. Or it could be the other person. Okay, so it's about 50-50 either way. You know your side. But I do feel like there's going to be an energy of let's grow something here. Let's think outside the box. I'm also getting a creative way to move forward, to a new way of apologizing, a new way of moving forward. Yeah, I can't quite put my finger on it here, but I'm getting like the words used, or the way you're going to approach somebody here, or the way they approach you. It's not going to be a traditional way. There's going to be something different. And I'm getting that there might be a little bit of imagination put to good use there. I'm trying to come up with an example here. And it's kind of like if this is a romantic partner that you've been arguing with, they may try to do something like a Romeo and Juliet scene. You know, they want to do something a little bit different, a little bit more than just walking up and saying, I'm sorry. Okay. Or, hey, let's talk. They want to do a little bit more than that. They want to be creative on how they get together with you, or you could be creating that energy too. And it's really about bringing levity, fun into it, so that the ice can be broke and you can come together. I love that. All right, let's go ahead and see what the last house here, the house of Pisces, what's going on behind the scene. This is the connection between the waking mind, the sleeping mind, you as a human, and your divine side, your higher power. We have the King of Wands. Moving forward, taking the lead. Oh, look, he grabbed a baton. We were talking about running that 220 and being ready to take the baton and get going. And this is where it's going to happen at, in this last moment. You step up, you find your passion, you find your desire, you find that second wind, and you're going for it. You are absolutely moving forward here. Neptune energy here. This is something you may have been fantasizing about, dreaming about, protecting within you, and you're honoring this now. I'm also getting divine protection here. Again, you're being nudged. You know, spirit is trying. Your higher power has been working with you, either in your waking mind or even in your subconscious here, to give you the answers that you need, the energy to feel healthy, to feel more positive. Absolutely love this. All right, let's go ahead and get, I'm hearing just a couple more oracle messages here. Let's go with the sacred forest. We've got a volunteer oracle message here. The path. The path. There is a path forward. Here is that moon card where I was just talking about it too, how spirit is trying to nudge you along the path. Let's see what the book says on that, if I can find it quickly. Let's see what the path has for you. Let me pause the camera for a minute. Okay, it says here that the paths are birthed by treading across the same area of land over days, months, or even years. Sometimes the way is made by a single individual, sometimes by large groups of creatures who dig grooves out of the landscape. Your spiritual path is unique to your own journey. It has many curves, peaks, and valleys. It takes repetition to create a well-worn track. When we look back at where we have come from, we can see how the pattern got made, how we may have gotten stuck in that energy of blaming others, feeling grieving and for too long, even though there's no such thing as grieving for too long. All right, so we see how that path was forged. All right. If the path card visited you today, which it has, you might want to look at where you are heading. Is it where you still want to go? Is there a new passion, a new desire, a new wind? Is there something now that's more or different than where you were? Is there something that you want to go? Go ahead and do any course corrections in your life at this point. And even if that just means hanging tight, okay? Just keep the energy up. All right, so it says here the meaning of this card is to keep moving forward. Make any adjustments based on your desires. And here you have the card of persistence so that you can come together with somebody here. You definitely have a strong desire to come together with someone. All right, let's go ahead and see what the, what do you call these? Sacred Forest Oracle messages. I'm actually being told to put that there, and we're going to see what we have here. All right, what have we got for you? Rainbow Waterfall Miracles, card number 31. All right, this is it. This is the big reveal. All right, it says, the spirit of the rainbow waterfall says to you, everyday miracles are occurring around you. Watch for and embrace them. That's where your gratitude comes from. Let go of your fear and your doubts. As you notice and accept the small wonders in your life, greater gifts will grow around you in spectacular ways. So be open to receive. I mean, and it boils right back down to you being open, you seeing and hearing the message from Spirit, and that creates the gratitude for all the miracles that you feel that are in your life already. All right, my loves, I hope you've enjoyed this week's reading. Don't forget to tune in next week to see how this continues. Also, if this is your message, please go ahead and tickle, tab, boop, or zap that like button. Claim this message in the comments. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, I'm inviting you to do so. Personal invitation from me to subscribe to the channel. If you do, please click that little bell icon so you know when the next message comes out. I do 2 readings a day, 1 daily, 1 weekly. I love you guys. Bye-bye.